term Aryan denotes? The answer is very simple, a speech group. Why it is so? Because most of the historians now they believe that the Aryans were not the race. Basically, the Aryans belonged to the family of the people speaking similar type of languages. So basically, they were a linguistic group. So answer here would be C, a speech group. The second question says that in which Vedic text the term Varna is found referred for the first time? Look in Rig Veda, in 10th mandala, we find Purush Sukt. Purush Sukt. अब याद रखिएगा ये बहुत जरूरी है. In Purush Sukt, we find the first reference of the Chatur Varna system. So answer here would be A, Rig Veda. The next question says that which of the following 4 Vedas contains an account of magical charms? Look, magic, charms, they are considered non-Aryan tradition. Then Atharvaveda was written by Atharva Muni, who was non-Aryan. That is why it is believed that Atharvaveda had so many non-Aryan traditions described as well, like magic, like charms, and so many others. Answer here would be C. The next question says that the compilation of which among the following is based upon Rig Veda? Answer is simple. It is Samaveda. Why it is so? Because Samaveda is not considered original Veda. Basically, it is believed that the hymns of Rig Veda, they are written in singing format. In Samaveda, that is why Samaveda is considered derived from the Rig Veda. Answer would be B. Next question said that the Upanishads are books on. Answer is simple. They are the books on philosophy. Look, gradually with increasing Vedic literature, there was increasing emphasis on the sacrifices and the rituals, and the people gradually were getting fed up of all these sacrifices and rituals. So eventually a reaction came by the end of the Vedic age in the form of Upanishads, and that is why they are based on philosophy. They reject the rituals and sacrifices and they emphasize on philosophy to get salvation. Then the next question said that the famous dialogue between Nachiketa and Yam is mentioned in. Answer is simple. The famous story of Yam and Nachiketa, the philosophical story of Yam and Nachiketa, is mentioned in the famous Upanishad, that is Kat Upanishad. Interestingly, in the serial Bharate Khoj, you will find the reference of the story of Yam and Nachiketa and Kathopanishad as well. The next question says that the river mentioned most in early Vedic literature. अब याद रखिएगा, early Vedic literature is basically based on Rig Vedic literature. In Rig Veda, the river that is most mentioned is Sindhu river or Indus river. Additional information is that Saraswati river is called Naditama or the best of river. So the river that is considered the best river is Saraswati river called Naditama. And in Rig Veda, the river that is most mentioned is Sindhu river or Indus river. Answer here would be A. The next question says that the Vedic river Askini is identified with which one of the following? अब याद रखिए, the Vedic time, Rig Vedic time, the area that was known to the Aryans, it was called Sapta Sindhu area. Sapta Sindhu area, the land of 7 rivers. And one among such rivers was Chenab. Chenab in Aryan language, in Sanskrit, was also called Askini. So answer would be C, Chenab. The next question says that Nishka in ancient India was known as. When you read R.S. Sharma book, you will find that R.S. Sharma is categorical in saying that before the age of Mahajanpada, there was no proper use of coins in India. But in Vedic age, they were coin-like objects which were used for transaction. Basically, they were ornaments that could be used for a fixed value transaction, and they were called Nishka and Satmana. So, answer of Nishka, that they were gold ornaments in Vedic time period. Next, the religion of early Vedic Aryans was primarily of. Again, a very good question. Look, this was the time the Aryans worshipped different aspects of nature like rain, Indra would be worshipped, like Vayu, Agni, and they went for so many yagyas. So answer here would be C. The next question said that the famous battle of 10 kings was fought on the banks of the river. अब एक सिंपल सी बात याद रखिए, in Vedic Age, the first reference of the political expansion of Aryans, it comes from the reference of the battle of 10 kings, or called the battle of Dasrajana. The battle of Dasrajana was fought on the banks of Parushni river that actually represented Ravi river. So answer here would be D. Next question is the word Yava mentioned in Rig Veda is used for which of the agricultural product? याद रखिए, in Vedic Age different terms were used in the Vedic literature to represent different type of grains. Like barley was called Yava. Then sugarcane was called Ikshu. Then rice was called Vrihi. Wheat was called Godhum. So answer here, Yava was basically barley. The next question says that the largest number of Rig Vedic hymns are devoted to. अब याद रखिएगा, in Rig Vedic time the most powerful god was Indra, also called Purandar, the breaker of the fords, and Indra was also considered the rain god. So the most powerful god was Indra in Rig Veda, and most number of hymns were dedicated to Indra. The next question says that Gayatri mantra is found in which book? अब याद रखिए, in Rig Veda, the third mandala, we find the reference of Gayatri mantra, and Gayatri mantra was composed by Rishi Vishwamitra. So answer here would be C. From which Upanishad the word Satyameva Jayate have been taken? Answer is very simple. It is Mundaka Upanishad, from which we have derived the line Satyameva Jayate, and that is our national motto as well. The next question says that Aghanya in Rig Veda is mentioned for. Answer is very simple. Aghanya was cow. What was the meaning of Aghanya? That cow cannot be killed. Cow should not be killed. Aghanya should not be killed. No? अब याद रखिएगा, the most important form of wealth in Vedic age was cow. Cow was very much respected from the Vedic time itself and was called Aghanya. Very soon, the next video would be there, in which we are going to revise the age of Mahajanpada.